his team.
Buffalo defense back out there. They, you might remember, forced a safety last time they were out there, so they're playing with some confidence now as this drive begins with a first down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Buffalo defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in the...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. The Bills defense ready to go again. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. Hodges. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Hodges. That is incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hodges now. He'll buy some time right. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that one too wide. And incomplete. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. We'll check on his status. The Bills defense ready to go again. They may be looking to bring some pressure here as this drive starts at the 20, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here is third and quite a ways. They'll look to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's the Buffalo defense back out there. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Ready up. Set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Cruz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Best. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 9 yards. And the 49ers.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Ready, set, go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. The Bills' defense ready to go again. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the fourth.
Here we go. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cruz. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man Cruz. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. Set up.
Back to throw again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. The Buffalo defense back out there. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the 4th as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. It's Cruz. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Cruz. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Jenkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete in the end. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production here. But obviously not the case. And how about And the crowd stayed with.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance to the turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less. Stop the road when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
Say less.
Here we go again.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bills' rangy cornerback. He's entering rarefied air with every interception, now up to 12 this season. It's the Bills in the pass.
The Bills defense ready to see if they can keep building on this long winning streak. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
So many times when he's on the field, you hear announcers like us talk about how calculating he is when he goes for the football. And what they mean, he has a high football IQ, and he eliminates all the errors that could happen and makes big plays as a result.
Set, reload, go, unlock line, bring it, check, Panther.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
You look at this Buffalo defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 over.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Bills defense ready to go again. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway.
Let's go. Hey, hey. Roll, roll. Alert, alert.
They'll run on first down. Clinton and a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here we go. Let go.
Back to throw, Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They're down 3-0 here as this next drive starts. 1st and 10.
Go.
Here's Purdy. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Ready. Smash, smash. Check, check.
Up the middle they go. McDowell, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a give, right side. Clinton, and only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll keep it on the ground. Clinton, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a handoff up the middle. Clinton. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Purdy now to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Pats are able to add on. The Bills defense ready to go again. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy. Steps away, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They, you might remember, forced a safety last time they were out there, so they're playing with some confidence now as this drive begins with a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. In motion left comes Moss. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they're trying.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They trail here in the 2nd quarter as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Operating from the gun. Purdy. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all time?
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
The Bills defense ready to go again. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready? I go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, roll.
Now a give, right side. Clinton. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down.
Okay, break. Here we go. Huh.
Purdy from the gun. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39, Purdy. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. McDowell. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Purdy, he finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Purdy over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is...
The Buffalo defense back out there. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the fourth as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
On the ready. Come on. Hey, roll.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Purdy. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Purdy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bills, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.